My button wasn't working. My clicker wasn't working. I couldn't click on. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Whew. So, what a day. It is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It is Venus Day. Venus is at 15 degrees of Scorpio. So she's entered into the Piscean stage of it. And yeah, we're heading into a whole, yeah, we're heading into the weekend. We're heading into the weekend. So welcome. And in this weekend, we have Mercury going retrograde. So what? Such a crazy time. So much craziness that's going on. I look at different parts of the astrology and looking at things that are going on in the astrology. And um I just find it interesting how things are being activated within everything, and how people become within once the truth is starting to be revealed, things start to you start to see things. When you look at history is always a nice little thing to start looking at. There's always a rise and a fall of so many regimes and empires. They rise and they fall, and the people still go on. It's deep, the people, the grassroots workers still continue going. The grassroots workers are still there. The grassroots workers are still um doing their daily thing, and that's what we have to focus on. We have to focus on what, I feel like as we're going in, yes, there's going to be a little bit of I'm just wondering if everything went out. Oh, yeah, I'm there. I'm there. So that's cool. Just checking to make sure that my feed went out today. Just thought I was going to have a little bit of a problem. But, this is where we go into a daily routine. What is your daily routine? And are you just racing through? Like, are you just racing through? You're not paying attention, Um, Are you exhausted? I mean, there's a lot of exhaustion that's coming in, and nervous disorders that are coming in for people. So all of this is, with as the energies are coming in and as changes are starting to happen, I feel like it's here we are taking on so much. But let's get back to our grassroots, because it's the grassroots that's really going to keep you going and keep your energy to move ahead. I was just looking up in India, India's cases. Now, India, like, supposedly had the variant. India just went crazy. India had all of this, and it was like now their COVID is like 0.01%. Like, I don't even know what the hell that is. So 0.01%. You know what they're doing in India right now? If somebody is, they're going around to the homes, they're giving, and it's like, um, what, $2 US, that the cost of it, they're giving away 30 tablets of vitamin C, 30 tablets of vitamin D3, and 30 tablets of ivermectin. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. Like, people are getting so freaked out. Stay in your light, stay with the divine, because it's coming. When you are being forced, like, I don't think a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 18-year-old should be forced by their company to do something, to inject themselves with an elixir that they don't even want, or they don't even know. Because at 16, at 18, you're not going to be at that job in like possibly 5 years from there, possibly a year from now. So you are going to jeopardize, this is, and right now, even in Australia, where they're putting that mandate out into all their healthcare workers. You don't get it, you're fired. That's it. Healthcare workers are standing up and saying, no, fire me. But these are seasoned workers. And this is where it's like, what? We can't afford to lose you. Well, he goes, "Are you gonna quit?" A lot of them are saying, "No, no, 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 no. You're gonna fire me." So a lot of them are coming back with different information and different ways of trying to keep people on staff. And why is it that all of a sudden Alberta wants to do something with Alaska? I didn't read the whole thing, but something to do with medical care or bringing in Alaska. Like, why Alaska out of all the fucking states? Why Alaska? Interesting. So that kind of sort of that didn't sit with me right. Something to do with Alaska. I haven't found out all that information. I was um just noticed it on something about that, and I think it was on Twitter I saw it, but I didn't look into it fully into that. So I just thought that was extremely interesting on that whole thing. And all of this, like with everything, evil's always shown. Like the devil is always shown. Evil is shown in many different ways. The thing I know they must have an astrologer on staff when it comes to a lot of these political regimes. And I mean, a lot of them will have an astrologer on staff somewhere just to keep them, abreast of what the energies are and try and maybe up it so that they can keep control or keep ahead or trying to keep ahead of the light so they can continue doing what they're doing. Denmark, Sweden are basically, if they had any mandates, they're not going to be having any, and same with the EU. So we're starting to see, because they can't economically, they can't, because there's so many other things that are going to be happening within those areas, and that comes down to the supply chain. Through all of this, the supply chain has been screwed, and trying to get things into those countries has been an issue. So that's going to be more of their concern than COVID, than the jab. It's getting food to their people, to making sure that there's food on the table, to making sure that their house is being heated because winter is coming. So this is where it's like, okay, we got to look at what priorities are, and we got to make sure our economy is still going. And so many are really looking at seeing that, okay, what's going on with this narrative? Same with a YouTube reporter, I think from England, was like all over COVID and has over 1 million views and has been following the narrative all the way through. And then finally, he's starting to notice that none of this is making sense. These numbers that you're giving us aren't making any sense. So this is what I'm saying. Pockets of light are coming out. And they're going to come out and they're going to come out. And this is where we got to stay strong. And sometimes it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable in doing so because there's so much pressure for, oh, everybody around me has it, so I might as well get it and just be easier and just go on with my life. But that's not the point. Will it be easier? Will it? Because there's so much other information that is not being revealed. And even within what's happening in Australia. And over the weekend, and as we go into the weekend, yes, it's going to be more intense. We're going to have more people coming in, more rallies happening, more protesting going on, because people are standing up and they want to make a change. My worry, it's not so much of, yes, having to take, a force elixir that's coming in, but it's other things that are going to be happening that I feel within that I can see, and that is the shortages that are going to be coming forward. So a lot of shortages that are coming in. And next one I was just noticing was the CO2 shortage, which would have to do with anything to do with soda pop, anything to do with fizzy drinks or anything like that. You're going to see less of them because they can't get the CO2. And the CO2 is also used with nuclear reactors. So we're going to see that some nuclear reactors, and they are usually throughout Ontario and throughout different places in the United Kingdom and Europe and that's where you're going to be seeing shortages when it comes to uh, heat and things like that, your utilities. So we're going to be seeing a shortage in that because they're going to have to close down some of the reactors because they need the CO2 for cooling. So there's those things. Those are the that are going to be coming up more and more, right? I mean, it's amazing how, even with the Bill Gates thing, I mean, you haven't heard much about him. I knew he'd have a bad year. Um, I mean, I think these guys like Bill Gates and Biden are giving Scorpios a bad name. They're the bad side of Scorpio, but showing how their negativity, their evil is being seen, right? And this is where, again, we're standing in our light. We're standing in what we need to do. Last night we were doing the chakra class, and we were talking. It's week 2, so we're on the sacral. And the sacral is all about honoring self and the other. And this is where for the sacral is orange and bringing in orange energies. So the other day, I think I mentioned I had a dream about orange and orange essential oil. Now I see why the orange is coming in. It has to do, and why I have so much orange around. Like I have I haven't taken down my dried oranges from Christmas. I kept them up with the cinnamon and stuff hanging up in my kitchen. I couldn't take it down because I just kept on being told it's for protection. So I kept it up, and now I'm seeing it's like, yeah, it's to helping us to be connected, because every relationship is a spiritual connection. So everyone that you meet, either casually or long term, there's a spiritual connection. There's an interaction in some way, whether that's the clerk at the store or your partner. So there's a spiritual connection. Some are deeper than others. Some are just here just to do your groceries, say hi, make a great day for you, and to on. Others are here to help us in deeper ways or help us to learn to find out more about ourselves. And our sacral controls everything to do with our sexual organs, menstrual cycle, menopause, sciatica. It also controls the larger intestines, the gallbladder, so things like that. That's what the sacral controls, and it helps with, I think, also with digestion. So this is where, when those things are out of whack, then you have to look at your spiritual connections with others. Are you honoring yourself with those spiritual connections, or are you giving away your power? So where is it that you're giving away your power? And this is where this energy is coming in. It's like asking you, where are you giving away your power? Are you handing your power over to somebody? And it could be something very simple. Sometimes we just, because we want to be polite, we don't want to hurt anybody. So we just say yes. And we just, we go ahead with whatever the agenda is, even though inside we don't feel it's right. And that could be something at work too. Everybody's deciding to have pizza on Friday, but you're just like, oh, well, yeah, okay. But then you have a gluten allergy, or you're lactose intolerant, and you're afraid to tell somebody. So this is where coming in and standing into your truth and seeing things from your eyes, seeing things from your point of view, and knowing that it's true for you. This is truth. This is coming into your truth. And when we begin to honor those parts of ourselves, then we begin to raise that frequency. And I keep on like, raise the frequency, reach on up. We go into a place that is going to help us to manifest more quickly, heal more quickly. Energy is amazing. And that's why, when you listen to music and we have your favorite song comes on, it brings in that really nice vibration for you to really connect and move, and it really makes you feel good. So connecting with that energy of the sacral is a very sexual energy too, and coming into your sexual energy. And this is like allowing yourself to feel like, yeah, I'm something. I'm scrumptious. I'm joyous. I am, this is who I am, and I love me. And when we step into that loving me and that loving self, yeah, we continue. Okay, what is my daily routine? This is what I'm going to focus on today. This is what I know what is true for me. This is what I know that I need to do. And in doing that, we're not going to lose our freedom. We're not going to lose what is true for us, but we're going to be able to stand up even stronger because we are standing already in our truth. My husband and I had a little discussion today. We're talking about things. We're actually agreeing, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool when we both agree on stuff. Um, it's where he was saying something. What was he saying? Oh, he's like he's what was he saying? I totally lost my train of thought. Mentioned about God. He goes, well, when is God going to come? And I said, God's already here. He's in you. God's already here. He's already here, and he's in each and every one of you. You are a God. You are in control of your world. You are the one who can change things because you're a God. And in doing that, that means that whatever's going on in this world, we are able to change the narrative. By changing the narrative, we change our energy within inside ourselves. So you step out of fear and into faith and love. We step out of fear and we step into our power and our rejuvenation. That's where the energy is. And that's what we need to step towards. And when we step towards that, there's people like Project Veritas. I don't know if you've ever watched Project Veritas. Absolutely. I just like gutsy. This is awesome. Like, I mean, taking that, the one person who worked for the FDA and I mean, and exploiting them, like showing his like this guy basically talking about doing air darts, exposing that and saying, okay, this is just a low man on the totem pole in this area of the government, the FDA. What are the, I mean, the thing is that when you work for a company, and that's the one thing I remember in Target, it's like, it's like everybody drinking the Kool-Aid, because they all get into their, the huddle in the morning and rah, 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 rah. And I always avoided those. It's really good. I always avoided them like a plague because I just didn't want to get into that rah, rah, rah and drinking the Kool-Aid kind of thing. So it's interesting because there is, if you have a favorite something, whatever it is, and that's like you're not this is my thing, this is what I'm going to, it's like, oh, I know a good one. Mayonnaise in the South. There's two different mayonnaise that I didn't know that were in the South, but there's a Duke's and then there's another one. I don't know what the other one. And it's like either you like this mayonnaise or you like this other mayonnaise. And people are, it's like Coke and Pepsi. You either like the Coke or you like the Pepsi, 7-Up and Sprite, Starbucks and Tim Hortons. You either like the Tim Hortons or you like the Starbucks. But you're not going to go to the other one. Doesn't matter. Right? So that's the same way with what's going on. It's like this is what I know is true for me. I'm not going to step off to something else and and put myself where I don't like. And that's where it's coming in. That's where it's showing you. It's like this is where if you don't falter with who you are, believe in who you are. Know that you are a manifester. Know that it doesn't matter, even those who do human design, you're a manifester generator, a generator, a projector. And I always forget the last one. But this is where it's like understanding that when you are in line with what you are doing, that's when everything comes together, when everything comes. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be that easy, but there's joy along the way. There's happiness along the way. And you are going to become more in alignment with the people that are in alignment with you. And that is a beautiful thing. We're in the energy of Libra. Libra's all about relationships. Libra's all about coming into that relationship and what is meaningful for you. And making sure that you have that meaningful relationships with you. I mean, Venus is the ruler of Libra, and Venus is in Scorpio right now, so she's a little bit feisty and very strategic in what she wants to do and how she wants to do it. Mercury's just trying to figure out all the information that's coming in, but slowing down. So it's like almost where it's like, oh, and you know what? I'm going to handle this in about another 30 days or so. I don't feel, you know what? I'm going to be going on vacation soon. Oh, you guys handle it, man. Handle it. I won't be around for a bit. Yep, I'm going. See you guys. That's Mercury going on vacay. But that's it. It's like, okay, you know what? There's some things I need to work on. And okay, please go. Not in here right now. Not right now. Sorry, not right now. So make sure that they don't come charging in. I thought it was the dog charging in. But this is where we my house. It's crazy. It's coming into a place of your divinity, your love, your truth. And when you can step into that love and the truth of your divinity, it's going to be good. So I'm giving you this sense of positivity. But to step into that is frustrating. And I know that. On the other part, for everything that's coming in, the other things when it comes to the shortages and stuff like that, it's time, honestly, I'm going to tell you again, start stocking up. Start stocking up on the things that you need. The other thing too is if you I got one of my, it's like, start learning how to bake your own stuff and cook your own food. Start learning. If you don't know how to cook your own food or bake, start learning. And if you order, and I'm gonna, like, for me, I'm stopping. I used to get those boxed foods and stuff like that. It's cheaper for you to figure out your own food than it is to get the boxed stuff, because at least you know what you're getting. So this is a time for stepping up and learning how to create your own food. I was watching this one woman, and how she puts everything in bags, Ziploc bags, and she's got teriyaki chicken and all kinds of stuff that she does up, and it's good for 3 to 4 months. Mom from the Funny Farm on TikTok, she's hilarious, teaching you how to can, and how to she just showed how to do anyways, how to work with herbs. And so working with the herbs and things like that, and collecting herbs, a goldenrod balm. So this is where it's like, okay, let's start to create. And she made the oil, and then she made the salve. So there are things out there, but this is what I feel we need. And this is where I feel my energy is like, we got to start going back into and learning how to do some of these things so that we have them, they're there. Whether it's, like a goldenrod, it's really good for arthritis and things. Making sure that you have your tinctures and all of that kind of stuff, because they last for a long time, and stocking up on them. So, and if you don't know how, there's so many YouTube videos and TikTok videos that are out there that can help you and guide you to create those. And if anybody is out there that watches my stuff, let other people know, hey, I know if you need help making bread, I can help you make bread. Or if you need help making a sob, I can help you to make this. So this is where I feel more of the energies to go. Let's start creating where we can start showing each other how to do things. And right from how many people, and it's like clothing is going to be another one that's going to be very interesting. What they do in stores, and I've noticed this even when I went into Marshall's and Winners, because they're not getting the clothing in, they're spreading things out. So they'll spread things out within the store. So it looks like the shelves are full, that the stuff is there, because you don't want to have empty shelves, or and stuff. So this is where you have to start looking at, okay, what do I need? You know, if I need a winter coat right now, start looking into getting a winter coat. I remember when a couple years ago I couldn't find a winter coat for whatever odd reason. But this is where it's like, okay, what do I need? And what can I begin to let go of? So this could be even that you have within your own group of people where you start to share and say, hey, I have all of this, it's in good working order, I don't need it anymore. And I know there's places out there on Facebook and everything else, but I just feel like that people need to make this more intimate to create their own, you know, creating their communities and stuff. So and doing different consignment or whatever, however they want to do it. I feel like those things are going to be a very um something that's going to be needed too. Also, if you have camping supplies, look into any extra camping supplies and making sure that you have the camping supplies. I mean, these are things that, of course, you'll always use. They'll be there. I mean, they're not going to, I mean, it's not for you to go stock up on 20 camping stoves, but, you know, having one around is nice. So those types of things you're going to be finding people are, you know, starting to look at. And this is starting to make you feel like, yeah, I'm feeling secure. I don't have to be so reliant on everybody else, you know, or on the government or on other things. I'm becoming self-sufficient, and I'm creating a community that I can reach out into to create more. So this is what you're going to be finding as we are moving deeper into the energies, and especially of this year and into next year. And you're going to find that October is really going to set the tone for 2022. So October is going to, you know, watching, because October, I know October is going to be crazy. So it's going to set the tone for 2022. So how it is working out for you and the energies going forward, you're going to see how it's going to work for you for 2022. That's what I've been told through my guides and seeing things with the astrology and stepping into your own truth for you. Whew, there you go. Yeah, there's some really interesting things that are coming in and really interesting information that's coming through. But not all of it is going to be posted on mainstream media and stuff like that. So have faith, and stay strong in all that you do. And I'm going to send you out so much love and prayers. So may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, in all that you be, in all that you do. Thank you for being a part of my community, and we will talk to you soon. Bye bye.